look who's here. That guy, NBA champ Steven Jackson.
Come on, first day of spring. Look at it. Come on, flowers on the tie.
Hey, I'm trying to be like you.
You got that Obama blue on and everything.
Trying to be like you.
You look like a preacher today, Steve.
Amen.
You look good, man.
Let the church say amen.
Man, pass the offering plate.
Laughing about. Kevin Durant and the Warriors took care of business last night with a 117-107. But when you're all laughing, I'm all laughing. A win over Minnesota. However, much speculation remains whether or not KD will stay with Golden State after the season. Draymond Green commented on the rumors, saying, whatever happens this summer happens. Whatever the hell he do, he does. If he go, he go. If he stay, he stay. But while he's here, we're going to win another championship. It's just that simple. Nothing else matters. All right, Stephen, what was your reaction to what Draymond had to say about KD?
He's exactly right. How can you approach it any other way? You don't know what this man going to do at the end of the season. You didn't know he was coming there. You know, I remember you calling him after they lost, begging him to come, you know, but nobody knows. You know, like I said, I'm friends with KD. I talked to him a couple of times, and I don't know. You know what I mean? I've asked him, and I don't know. So Draymond is approaching this the right way. We're going to win championships while you're here, and if you leave, you know, we'll deal with it.
So do you really believe 100%? Because even with you talking to him, when you're traveling with guys, you give off a certain vibe. And there is no question that Draymond, earlier in the season, when what he said to KD, that you can leave right now, that he had thought that he was going to leave.
No question.
But you do get that feeling when you're with guys, more so than, you know, when you're talking to guys, you have relationships. I can tell a guy something on the phone, but man, I'm traveling with you. I see your body language. You know when people aren't totally engrossed in what they're doing every day. And I think what they've witnessed, KD doesn't have the same attitude he had in year 1 and year 2. In year number 1, let's remember, KD was a monster defensively. Man, he was rim protecting. He was running the court. He was playing a game like, wow, we didn't even know he could do that.
The best he'd ever played. And people were mad at him because of the decision he made, and it got overlooked.
And the bigger the stage, the better he got. Steph, man, the reason why he didn't get MVP in those finals, he wasn't as good as KD. There was a couple games that, man, Steph was he on the court. But KD, facing LeBron in those situations, man, KD looked like the best player in the world. And for Draymond, especially early in the season, for him to say that and have that type of exchange, because Draymond wouldn't let it go. It wasn't like, oh, no, you can go on. It was something personal, as if he had a feeling.
And in your opinion, does that exchange have any impact moving forward once the season's over?
Well, I mean, you can't call me a B word and I just forget it.
Right.
You can't. So obviously you can forget it to move on and be professional, do your job, but in the back of your mind, that's how you really feel about me. You know, so I know KD is thinking about that, and I know that argument had a lot to do with was going to have a lot to do with KD's decision, but at the end of the day, they both professionals.
Yes.
And they understand, you know, that sometimes you say things out of frustration, but you don't say that word and not mean it.
Well, and the other, when you say they're both professionals, that's a cousin to this is a business.
Right.
And on the business side of things, for Draymond Green, it's better for him if Kevin Durant leaves.
No question, because he can get paid.
He can get paid. Listen, Steph got paid. Everyone's talking about the money Mike Trout just signed to, and I get it, it's a ton of money. Steph makes more per year than Mike Trout or anybody right now. Like, so Steph got his money. Clay is about to get his money.
He deserves it.
And he deserves it at the end of this summer, or at the beginning of the summer. Draymond has 1 year left on his deal. Draymond knows whether the Warriors are saying it or not. I know Joe Lacob's saying we'll spend whatever. Okay, if Kevin Durant re-ups, they're going to look at that tax bill and look at that team and say, do we really want to give Draymond Green a max? If we have Kevin Durant re-upped, if we have Klay Thompson re-upped, Steph is already re-upped, and what would the market for Draymond Green actually be?
And you can possibly get Boogie back.
Right, so there's a lot of things there that if Kevin Durant re-ups, that impact Draymond Green's life negatively. And it's not as if Draymond would have to make the decision, do I want money or titles? You said earlier that if Kevin Durant leaves, the favorites in Vegas for next season will be the Golden State Warriors still. Yes. Draymond definitely believes what did he say to him? We won without you, bro. Like, they believe they can win without him. So for Draymond, it is not in his interest to recruit Kevin Durant to stay the way he recruited him to come there. So I understand that aspect.
I think it's really interesting that you've spoken to Kevin Durant and you still don't know what his plans are. Do you think any of that decision will be based on whether they win the title or not? Do you have a better chance of staying if he wins the title?
Well, the only thing I can say that I know, he wants that bag. He deserves the bag, and he wants the bag, and he's focused on getting that bag. I think right now he's worried about winning another championship, but you know, he's focused on the money. He's focused on the money. But like we said, Boogie or Draymond, I kind of go with Boogie. Boogie gives you a lot more. He can pass, you know, if Boogie,
well, that's almost a separate discussion.
But Draymond knows. Yes. Draymond knows. But yes, I think KD knows what he's going to do. But he's the only one that knows.
Well, and when you say could what they do in the finals affect it or in the playoffs affect it, I disagree with what you said right there. I don't think Kevin even knows right now. I don't think he knows definitively. I think he knows where he's leaning. I think he knows what his plan is.
I don't think if they win or not matters.
Do you don't think that if they win, they have a better chance of staying?
Because if he win or not, he's still getting the bag.
Right, but if they
don't matter.
Get home, that's money.
I'm just being real as possible. It don't matter.
Everybody knew what it meant, Jenna.
No,
except for
6
you,
people
and I
in my ears told me. 6 people were like, Jenna,
looked
that
at me while
means
you're
money.
talking, just like bag.
The bag.
But if they lose, it is an easier exit. If they lose, then people aren't going to say, because guys get criticized. Hell, Mike Trout got criticized for staying. Kevin Durant got criticized for leaving. Guys get criticized no matter what.
But if
they win, people are going to say, you're giving up a chance to win 4 in a row? Nobody's won 4 in a row in the modern NBA
but to me, it has to be more than the money. Because he can actually get more money if he stayed in Golden State.
That's what I'm saying.
But if he was just into getting money, why would he be potentially looking at office space and trying to do all the other things they're doing off the court? Because you're friends with him. You know his aspirations and everything are real. And are those aspirations, is he able to take advantage of them by being in Golden State? So for me, I don't think winning or losing matters. I believe KD is leaving, and I believe his destination is New York City because of all the money, bags, that he can pick up in all the other things that he can do outside of basketball.
Because if it was just who can give me the highest NBA salary, this wouldn't be he would have announced he's coming back.
Right.
This wouldn't have been a story year after year. It is the money Kevin Durant. He's one of Kevin Durant, LeBron, Steph. Those 3 guys are on a tier different than everyone else in the league as far as what they can make outside of basketball. Like Harden makes a ton of money out, but those 3 guys are on a separate tier. And for Kevin Durant to be able to set up his own East Coast empire, essentially, with LeBron out west, with Steph out west, with Harden down in Texas, with Giannis in Milwaukee, like there is an enormous opportunity for him to make off-court money and to add a different chapter to his legacy, which is potentially rejuvenating the New York Knicks, who haven't won a title in 45 years.
Stay with us.
Yes.
One more segment. Sounds good. Steven, stick around. Coming up, are LeBron's days as the best player in the league already over? That's next on First Things First. Bags.